make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancer used to want, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them want, sir. Whole heap of artists Clinton bring come up America. Some never know say Clinton Lindsay a promoter. Bring up the biggest set of artists from Jamaica. Like Super Cat and Mr. Early be the doctor. Whole heap of artists over them me can't remember. Who can remember when them used to keep Jamaica? The kind of show that used to give out of our water to reggae artists around the world and from Jamaica, New York City, where him used to do the radio.
Hi, welcome to another episode of Reflections with Clinton Lindsay. And as usual, we have a good show lineup for you today. I have a special guest, very special guest that we will be talking to very soon. Her name is Empress Unique, one of the rising stars here in South Florida. We also have TC with the South Florida Top 25 and the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Music Chart. All this coming up, all this and more coming up right here on Reflections. We're gonna take our first break. When we come back with the one and only Empress Unique.
This is Nigel Blair from BMG Tax and Accounting Services. Whether you're a small business owner, a manager at a medium-sized corporation, or a self-employed freelancer, the team at BMG Tax and Accounting Services is here for you. We offer comprehensive bookkeeping and tax services designed to keep your finances in check. Keeping track of your finances takes a fair amount of time, energy, and patience, and you probably have a lot of other things on your plate. So don't struggle to keep up with all that number crunching and paperwork. Our bookkeeping services are designed to make your life easier so you can focus on what you do best. At BMG, we're dedicated to client satisfaction and we're prepared to go the extra miles to earn your business and trust. We pride ourselves on attention to detail in all that we do, and we're ready to put our skills and knowledge to work for you. For more information about our services or to schedule a consultation,
come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancer used to want, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them want, sir.
Okay, welcome back to Reflections with Clinton Lindsay. And as promised, we have a rising stars right from South Florida. Her name is Empress Unique, and she's very unique. The name really describes her. I heard from her, I heard of her about 2016, 2017, and I've been impressed with Empress Unique since then, and I'm still impressed today. We welcome her to Reflections. Hi.
Hi.
Welcome.
Thank you. I'm humbly honored to be here with you.
Listen, as a talent scout, which I have been scouting talents for years and years.
I've heard.
You have heard. And when I first heard you, the song that I heard was Silent River. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, I've never seen a picture of you prior to that. The first time I'm hearing your voice was on that song. John T was playing it. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, the name Empress Unique on this song, she is unique. And I thought that what I heard a mixture of someone as an R&B training, someone that is a reggae artist also. Mm-hmm. But I could hear a little R&B in your car. Normally a ballad like that is done the way it's done with you.
Yes.
It has to be someone that has that training. I found out that I was right, but tell us.
Okay, did you research?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Especially when I came to that show where Leroy Sibbles performed.
Yes, sir.
And that was the first time I think I've seen him perform.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
But before we get into that, just tell us a little Empress Unique.
Empress Unique.
Where did
born
you come?
in the Bahamas.
In the Bahamas.
I was born in the Bahamas.
Nice.
Yes, my dad is Bahamian, my mom is Jamaican, so I got Both sides, yes. That's what makes me so unique.
Yeah.
I grew up in New York City, of course, Queens.
Queens,
And
New York.
Brooklyn, yes. East New York, Brooklyn.
Oh, and we're
Hollis,
Queens.
Queens.
Hollis,
Queens, yes. I grew up
okay.
with Run DMC and all them guys.
With the guys from the era.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and I did my schooling in New York, branched off to South Florida about 32 years ago.
30, okay. So,
Yeah.
you were born in the Bahamas, came to Brooklyn first or Queens?
I went to Queens first.
And how long did you stay in Queens?
I lived in Queens from I was 8 years old
Okay,
up until about 17.
17, and then
And then I moved to Brooklyn, East New York. And then after that, I came to Florida.
Were you doing it in New York at the time?
When I was in school, I majored in music, vocals from
No wonder.
PS 134. Mr. Myers, isn't that something? I remember her name.
Yeah.
She found a talent in me. I just knew I loved to sing. They said I was singing from I was yay high.
Wow.
And then I went on to junior high school 192. Met Miss Gamey and Miss Frazier, which was a chorus teachers. And they had the performing arts school there, so I ended up in that program. Then I went on and auditioned for Bayside Performing Arts, got accepted, and I also attended performing arts in Manhattan.
So you can do a little acting then. It's not just only
It
sing.
was all musical. I could do a little acting, but it was all music. So it was like I was never really went to school to be trained. I just said it's a gift from the Almighty, and I use it the best way that I can.
Who were some of your influences?
Aretha Franklin, Gladys Knight,
Oh, the classics.
Whitney Houston,
Yes.
Mahalia Jackson.
Oh gosh. Oh.
You know, the Marvin Gaye,
right,
the
right.
Manhattans, the Temptations.
You know, they should be the New Jerseyans, not one of them living.
Yeah. So you're right. I do have that R&B vibe
Yes.
from there.
I heard it in the song, and I'm like, okay. So were you recording back then, or you were just singing?
I was only going to school and singing in the choirs. I sang in the New York City choir, state choir. I just sang. I sang in the Apollo. I sang in a lot of places.
Was that the amateur night at the Apollo?
No, I did it with the school choir.
With the school choir.
Yeah, when I went to Bayside and Carnegie Hall. I used to be the solo lead singer at Christmas, and we did the pageants and
Empress.
Black teen pageant.
Empress.
Yeah.
I heard all what you're telling me now. I heard all of that. The breathing, the technique of singing that song.
Yeah.
I know anybody can sing a tune there. Okay?
Thank you.
And when I heard it, I said, there's something unique about this woman. You know? I don't know. I think she's like, you are not telling the people exactly who you are. Because when I heard this song, I said, she has a lot of experience. You're not just a fly-by-night singer, you know? and I'm listening to the song. Is that a song that you wrote?
I wrote that song, yes.
Personal experience?
Yeah. Silent River was personal. My personal experience. Not no one else's.
Yeah.
I could keep it real that way. Yeah, that was my personal experience. Yeah.
And prior to that song, which I'm going to give the audience, a taste of it.
Yes.
But prior to that song, were you recording before that?
Yes. I did several. I did Rock Me. Rock Me was my first single.
When was that?
That was right here in South Florida. Rock Me I was inspired and really pushed and encouraged to do it by Glenn Washington, Freddie McGregor, and John T.
Oh my
Because
goodness.
I was just singing with a band. I was no apology band. And and John kept on saying, why you don't do something? Why you don't record something?
Right.
And then Freddie used to see me, at that time it was Top Hop.
Okay.
And I used to go and do the open mic, and the band used to play in there. Our band we started out at the Top Hop.
Right.
So Freddie came to me one night and he was like, you need to go in the studio and record
Freddie
something."
saw what I heard.
Yeah, Glenn Washington
that too,
also.
yeah,
So that was good encouragement. So I went in and I did my first single, Rock Me.
Were you being held back by your own reluctancy, your laziness? Why it took like a Freddie and a Glenn to say, yo, with the training you had in New York, why were you so reluctant
I
to
wouldn't
step
say
up?
reluctant or lazy. I eat, drink, sleep, love music. Music is my lifeline. And I guess maybe I'm just so, I just figured it's a gift God gave me. I just use it. I sing in churches. I sing wherever they needed me to sing. I never try to say I'm going to pursue to become a superstar or whatever.
But that's what, when you have a talent like that, you need to share it with the world.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say it was lazy. I would just say I didn't even think I had that much in me.
Are you kidding me?
I'm so serious. Even today, I mean, it's not everyone like the sound of Empress Unique, but I'm pleased to hear when people like yourself compliment what I have to offer to, you know, the music industry. So I do look at my career much more serious and differently now over the years of training and experience, because I didn't know anything about reggae music when I lived in New York.
You're kidding me? That you live amongst all those Jamaicans?
Listen, the story is crazy. Living in my mom, so my mom is Jamaican, like I said, but my mom did not expose us to reggae music.
Oh, okay.
We listened to
Rasta music?
Nope. We listened to the Gregory Abbotts. We listened to the Aretha Franklin, all of those that I'm telling you that I liked. The Freddie Jackson, the Mahalia, those are what we listened to. I never heard of Bob Marley.
Are you kidding me?
No, I'm not. I never heard of Dee Brown living in my mom. I never heard of Alton Ellis.
I need to talk to your mom.
So you have to understand now that when this young lady got out and I heard the first do 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 do, and I'm out and I'm like, what? From a jukebox, and I'm like, what is that?
Yeah.
I was out with a friend of mine.
Who was the singer?
This was on Merrick Boulevard, and I'm gonna tell you, if I'm not, I think Leroy and I had this discussion. It was one of Leroy's songs. It was the
the bass.
And I'm hearing this thing, and I just got crazy. It was a restaurant lounge thing, and they had a jukebox in the car.
Yeah.
So every day I was going in there and dropping it in the jukebox because I needed to hear some more of this stuff. And that's how I gravitated.
So when you went home and you told your mom your experience.
Oh no, that time I was on my own. No, I wasn't.
Oh, you want to know about
Mom, you know, my mom is not that your average.
Right.
My mom thinks her children should be doctors, lawyers, so on. You know.
I know that type.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
I know that type.
It's now that she's really, I guess, understanding that I had the love of it, because I'm gonna tell you, when I did the Miss Black Teen pageant, I came second place.
I don't know about that. Tell us about that.
That's a pageant in New York. It's the Miss Black Teen pageant.
Okay.
And I did it, and one of the judges, and they have a whole line similar to the American Idol.
Oh, okay.
It's something similar.
You have to have the talent.
Right, talent, and you dress and you got, they judge you from everything. So how I missed it is that this young lady, I'll never forget her name. Her name was Shauna.
Shauna.
And she had her big Cinderella gown. But my mother didn't, you know, she don't really.
Your mother's a Christian woman.
She was more leaning to that side.
Oh, okay.
So I missed it by not having the gown set, but I won the vocal part of it.
The talent part.
Yes. So, and I'll never forget, I did Stevie Wonder. I just called to say I love you.
Oh my goodness, that's not an easy song to sing either.
And I had my little phone on the stand. I had my whole thing set up. And that's what put me in second place. So the man came and he gave my mom a card, and he was like, "Can you please bring her by, you know, to the studio?"
She said no.
And
it's a good thing you grew up then.
Yeah, so you know, but when I look at those things now, seeing that, hey, that could have been my break.
No. Well, I mean, you're living in your real time now, because you are now putting out hits after hits. Because after you do Silent River, the man that you sing
A Man Like You.
A Man Like You.
That was written by Hope and Lindo.
Oh, that's not yours. Because I'm thinking.
No, Mr. Lindo wrote that song.
She's telling us requirements. The type of man you're looking for.
It's funny, no, because Mr. Lindo wrote the song. He called me and he said, I have a song for you, because we spoke in the past about him writing a song. But at this time, I was planning my wedding. Okay. He knew nothing about it. So I got the song, And I'm listening to the song, and I'm like, well,
Real appropriate.
I had to call him like, did you
Do you
know I was
know?
getting married? He knew nothing.
Nothing.
So this song here, I released it the day of my wedding. I sang it for my husband the day
nice.
of the wedding. So, and of course, John T, when he heard it for the first time, he was at the wedding, he was a host. He was like, how come I didn't get it? It wasn't released. But he wanted it, and he took it to Monday and ran.
I ran with it. Because, I mean, when I listen to that song, I'm saying to myself, you're telling your life story in the song. You're telling what your requirements are.
But this is what happens when you have a relationship with people, and I guess they could see and know who you are. And he had to take time. There wasn't an overnight thing. It was a long time coming, and he wanted to get the right song, and that was the right song.
And after that song, you did a song for...
Dragging my memory now.
Oh yeah, I'm like that. I do my research. You did a song for Reggae Global, What You Gonna Do. It's another song again that tells me that this lady is not just a regular, typical singer.
Yeah.
Because you put a lot of soul in that song again. Are you comfortable with ballads more than
I love the lovers rock vibes, the R&B vibes. That's my comfort zone.
I could tell.
Yeah, that's my comfort zone. So with that project, when Ed and Joanna sent it to me, I was really...
You were ready?
No, I wasn't ready. I was like, what? They want me to do a song? Because I'm like, Ed Robinson?
Yeah.
You know, so, and Joanna Marie, so I was like, okay. I got the rhythm and I'm listening, but I'm like, okay. And I sat and the deadline was coming. It was like a couple days before their deadline. And I'm like, no, I gotta do this. I gotta impress.
So is that an original song?
I wrote that one.
You wrote that?
Yeah, I wrote it. So it was like, I said to my husband tonight, we're there and I keep listening to the rhythm and I'm like, you know, you jet, that's right, you jet a little. And I'm like, no, that's not it. And I told him, just keep running it, keep running it. And I just put my headphones on and went in the studio and
I just did.
Dimmed the lights and I drank me some ginger wine.
You were ready. What's the advantage and disadvantage of being based in, like a South Florida? Well, I talk to a lot of these artists and everybody have a different opinion. The fact that most people say to me that the fact that it's so close to Jamaica gives them that vibe of the Jamaican vibe. But you are not.
I was about to
you are
say.
from that group. So for you as a singer, what are the advantages and what are the disadvantages?
I think with Florida you have so much of it. It's so much from so many different angles.
Both?
Music, yes.
Okay, the music.
Both, yes. It's so much because at one time I considered relocating, and then
where would you go?
I was going to Texas. I like Texas. Stop it. I visited
Texas.
I had visited Houston, Texas. You sounded like Leroy. Stop it. I had visited Houston.
If you had said Atlanta, Georgia, I would understand.
No, I had visited there like 2-3 times, and it's something about the place that I liked. And I was saying to my husband, like, we should move here. But then, as I visit, I'm like, it wasn't enough music.
That's what I would say.
So Florida has a hold on me.
There are 3 places in America where music is concerned. It's New York, Florida, and Atlanta. If you're into the country, of course, Nashville, but so Texas,
Yeah,
but I'm glad you came to your senses.
Yeah, but it's the music, really.
It's the music.
It's so much of it here. Like it's really a lot. And the weather. That's what brought me to Florida. Was really the tropical weather.
Who are some of the producers you work with here in Florida?
Who are some of them I worked with?
Well, you just mentioned
Joanna and Ed, definitely. I work with Working Class Music, which is Virgo.
Yes. Have you worked with Willie Linda?
I have not worked with Willie Linda. I have not gotten that
I would love to hear something with young Willie come together.
I would say I've done, most of my production was done through myself, Flavors Entertainment and Working Class Music, and now with Global Entertainment.
No, you currently
Black culture, entertainment.
You currently have a song now that is climbing the charts. When I say climbing, soaring up the chart. It's a ska flavored song.
Yeah.
And again, you display your mastery delivery.
Oh, it didn't sound like it was easy. That was a challenge.
Tell us about it.
So Virgo, which is working class music and also manages me, he sends me this rhythm. I had the rhythm for weeks, maybe a month or two. And I'm calling, I'm like, why are you sending me this?
That's ska.
That's ska. I'm like, I don't know anything about
ska.
Yeah. And I'm like, you hear how fast this rhythm is going? And that was homework. He gave me homework. He went out of town, and so I'm like, okay, he's supposed to be coming back soon now. You know, it's like a child. You get homework to do.
Exactly.
So here I go again. I'm like, I'm listening to this scout, and I'm like, I just can't keep up. I can't I love a good challenge. That's the one thing with me. I love a good challenge. And I went in the studio, got my pen and my book, and I just needed that one little line.
What was
and
that?
then I thought about it. Music is a sweet vibration.
Because if you can't do a funk, okay.
That's what I thought about.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Yep.
If you can do a funk, you can step up to the
So
plate.
then I said, you know what? I'm going to serenade my musicians in this one.
Yes.
Because when I started with the music, and I'm like, okay. And then my husband said, oh, babe, I like that. He's a DJ.
Right,
so when the DJ telling me he liked it, I'm like, okay, let me keep it going and find another line, and we did it.
Are you surprised by the reaction to the song?
I am.
Considering that at first you were a bit skeptical
yes,
of the rhythm and scared of it, and now, excuse me, people are like gravitating towards this song.
Yeah.
Are you surprised?
I am, because when the song was first released, and that's another thing, I give John T a pat on the back for that one too.
Yes.
Because the song that I wanted to release was not that song, and John was in the studio, and I'm playing some of the stuff we had in the archive, and he said, no, this one.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. So we released that one. And I guess he was right.
And then you have at least 2 more songs on that rhythm.
No, I don't have. That one is what I put on that rhythm. I think there were other artists that he gave the rhythm to.
Right.
Al Anthony has one on there, right. So with that one, I was really surprised. When I sent it out, some people was like, some of the DJs and stuff that
especially
has been
the younger ones.
Yeah, I was like, nah, that's not you. That's not you.
Yeah.
And then I had the song that I really wanted to release was I'll Always Love You, which I released after. But there was some that gravitated to I'll Always Love You. It's on the charts up in Missouri and wherever. And I'm like,
nice.
okay.
Nice.
And understandable. I said, now I understand music even better because everyone has a choice.
Right. Are you working on an album?
I'm compiling.
Can you have enough singles?
Oh, I've done. I've done
an EP at least.
Yeah, I've done. When I was with my band, I did an album, and then I did an album after. And now I think this more is going to be an EP because it's enough. I have
singles.
Yeah, because I've done 2 albums and several singles, which I compile and I put some on the album. So now this compilation will give me an EP.
Right.
I would say it's so much. The album I would more want to hold off now because it's just so much.
Right.
And with an album, I put out, like I said, I did 2 albums, and it's still songs that, people are going to pick what they like from it. So my thing is now, and this was also something Glenn told me, put out singles, and then you compile them, let the people hear it, let them get used to hearing it, then you make a compilation and they'll want to hear it.
He knows what he's saying. In the last 4 years, you've been getting this media attention. For someone like me who, new to this area, relatively new, and you're new to me, I find myself being attracted to you too, the music, and I'm like, this is
I'm really honored.
How are you handling it though? Because you get out of a New York's play, you know
right, but how am I supposed to handle it?
I don't know.
I'm just me. I'm just a girl that loves to do music.
Consider all consider your journey, very colorful journey. I know here you are here in Florida, and you have done with your band and so on, as you said. No other single solo artist, you're hitting the charts more regularly than before.
Yes.
What sort of feeling is that?
It's a feeling of growth.
Nice.
Yeah, and we cannot, I always say you can't be too old to learn a new trick and to grow. And in this business, I've had obstacles that came in the way. I've been through a lot, but the music kept me coming back for more. Even when I got to the point where I said I don't want to do it anymore, I want the music keep drawing me back. So
that's why you were meant to do this.
I have a purpose.
You have a purpose.
My purpose might not be everyone else's purpose, but I know I have a purpose.
What would you like to, at this point, where do you see Empress Unique 5 years from now?
5 years from now, I would like to see Empress Unique at least 10 steps higher than where she is today. My dream is to work with the youth. I would like young women like myself, like when I was young and didn't understand the business, I found two already that I carry under my wings, and I want to teach them what I know. I don't need for them to have such a rough time to get somewhere. So my job is to help the up and coming younger artists that's trying to make their way up to where I'm at and even higher. Because
and how would you achieve that? By signing them to
I will
a
achieve
record?
by teaching them what I know. I have a studio. If I could record them a first single, if I could help them to write, I could help them present themselves, get themselves ready for stage appearance, and to let them know how to market themselves in a respectful way.
I don't know of any, because like I said, I just started paying attention to you 2017. But have you done any collaboration with, people like Freddie McGregor, Glenn Oakland?
Not yet.
Is that in the?
There's some things in the makings.
Do you have a wish list?
You don't want to know my wish list. We'll be here till.
Give me a few you would like to collaborate with. Like, we know the regular Glenn and Freddie and
outside of that?
Outside of that.
We're speaking in the reggae industry, right?
No, not. You see, I don't see you as a per reggae artist. This is what I was trying to tell you when I first heard Silent River. I do not see you as a reggae artist.
Okay. I
see you overall as a brilliant singer.
Yes.
So, just who would you like to collaborate with? Reggae, soca, R&B, rap, anybody?
Oh my God.
So many.
Okay. It's so many. I love Chronics.
Can you
I
imagine?
love Barris.
That's not. Barris is possibly he's here in Florida a lot.
I love Leroy. John Holt, I can't now. He was one of my favorite. Pat Kelly was like my daddy. I can't now, but Usher.
Nice.
Gosh.
So you do have a
John Legend.
So you do have a wish list.
My wish list is long. When you're thinking on mail, it's very long.
You have a long. In terms of your management, I was talking to someone from here, because after seeing you at the Leroy Sybil's show, and I saw you had your set. You did your set,
yes, sir,
and then you went back up to provide background vocals, and I'm like, this woman is different. Not many people gonna do that. Not many singers, male or female, will go back up because they're in that false sense of you're bigger.
Yeah.
And I don't know backup card, And when I saw you did that, I was like very impressed. And I said to somebody, what's missing from this young lady's career is a good PR firm, a good maybe manager, booking agent. What's been done in that department?
I would say not as much as I would have liked to be done, but I'm the type of person I say nothing happens before time, because even me sitting here with you, you don't even know it's a big deal to me.
Oh, it is.
It is a very big deal. I think every little blessing for me is grand because it didn't have to happen. It didn't have to happen. You didn't have to see me. You could have seen me and continue going on about your business.
I love talented people. If you know my history, when I used to go back in the day,
your history was shared.
I go to the club or dance hall in Jamaica. This little youth, you know, and I would go and approach them, and next thing it's Super Cat or Early B or one of them big guys there. You know, so when I saw you, I'm saying, you know, there's something about you and there's something out there for you.
Yes, sir.
And I believe that you get the right team behind you. Not only for Florida, because when you think of the United States and going out there and tour and all of that, it's right there for you. How did you spend your 2 years during the lockdown?
Recording.
You did.
I loved it.
You know,
I think I'm one of the few
that really
enjoyed. I enjoyed it because I got to spend so much more time with my family.
Yeah,
it was good, and then I was able to do more music because it got me an in-house studio. When COVID came in, they put their shoulders to the wheel, and I had to have my music.
Right.
So the studio is now built in home, so I could go into the studio anytime I feel like it.
Know that, you know, they're opening up a bit.
Yes.
And a lot of shows are being kept here, there. Are you planning on going on the road? Are there any plans?
Yes, there's some plans. There's some plans coming up in the next month or two. I've got some calls, and we're waiting on confirmation.
I heard you did well in Orlando. Was it Orlando? Port Charlotte,
yeah. And we did Orlando one night, but that was Lee Run at Port Charlotte. It was, Port Charlotte is my little stomping ground. I love it up there.
Ah, okay.
My first show they called me for a show was New Year's. This year.
Oh, okay.
2022 New Year's Day, and I look at that as an icebreaker. Like I said, I take nothing in life for granted. I don't care how small it is. So I'm like, okay, New Year's Day. This is a good beginning.
Yeah, New Year's Day. You have a gig?
Charlotte, on New Year's Day, and it was grand.
You can see, you know, in when was the show with Leroy? Was it in May or April?
April.
In April. In April, I know there are a few shows being planned here in South Florida.
I just got a flyer. I'm doing something with Tabith Production on June the 12th at the Garden.
At the Garden.
Yeah, because I did a song with Tabith Production. They had sent me, and I did some one song with their production. So I guess they're releasing that EP and so on. So I will be there for that.
For viewers outside of the South Florida Raiders, how would you, if you were supposed to sell South Florida, musically speaking, you have a singer in Tennessee right now looking at us and thinking of making the move like how you thought of making the move. How would you encourage or discourage them from coming to South Florida?
Oh no, I would encourage.
And what would you say? How would you sell it?
South Florida is a melting pot of music. You know, all genre of music. You could party 7 days a week if you want to do music. And I've told a couple people this that live elsewhere, like musically, even some of the young ladies, like I tell you, I have the two young ladies, and I tell them, one is up in Port Charlotte, and I said, I want you to start visiting down here because she's very talented. Start visiting Fort Lauderdale. I said, if you could get a break in Fort Lauderdale, you're good to go. If you could survive.
Definitely. I think wherever you are, if you have the talent.
Yes.
Kind of what it takes, you know. This generation believe it's all hype. But at the end of the day, I'm coming to see you. I'm gonna spend $100 to buy a ticket to see you. I want to get something for that money, not just the whining and the
exactly.
You know,
you want a show.
I want a show.
You want to hear music.
And that's what I saw with you at the Garden. I was really impressed when I saw, you know, you gave a full show.
But, you know, to be honest with you, that's my comfort zone. When I'm in the studio recording, it's hard for me.
But when you're on stage?
Because, my spirit, I can't be as free. Because, you know, in the studio, you got to go when it starts and you finish when it finishes. You don't really get to... You know, but when I'm on stage, that's my comfort zone.
And the fact, what I'm impressed with, Empress, is that you have that training. I call it training. That you went to the various schools and in Jamaica, in New York, and I think that training you got is coming out now to enhance what you're doing now. So this is why when I saw you on stage, I knew there's something about this lady that is just normal, as they would say.
Yeah.
So I think that's what's coming in now. You're working on an EP. You're gonna improve or do more with your PR and so on.
Yes, I have to.
You have to,
and with the help of whoever that might know how.
Yeah, because I've been, I just don't go for any talent. You got to show me you have what it is.
I've done my research too. I heard.
And I secretly, I'm on your team. Yeah, secretly, I'm on your team. Okay. I'm very, very impressed.
So things are looking up. Thank you, Papa.
How did you get the name? How did you come by Empress Unique?
It's fun. Years ago,
Yeah.
it was. People always tell me that I'm different.
Yes.
And I try to be different. I'm not a follower. I've always been a leader. Regardless, even growing up as a child, you do what you want to do. I'm gonna do what I want to do. If you don't want to do what I want to do, I'm still gonna do what I want to do. That was always my mindset. So coming up, it was a group of us as sisterhood females, and they just found that name. They said, "You're just one of a kind. You're one of a kind." So that's the meaning of unique, one of a kind.
And what I like with that name also, who came up with the spelling? Come on.
Because in the when
you did. And that's, by the way, viewers, UNEEK, unique. When I saw that, I was like, there's something about this lady.
When they first labeled me as with the unique, it was spelled UNIQ, but it was too common, and I'm not a common person.
Right.
So that's how I came up with it.
Well, I was like, there she goes again.
Yeah.
That news van. There goes that news van again. And when I started spelling, I think that was very unique, and it was very unique. So I just think that you have what it takes, and I think that if all that is supposed to be done is done,
yes, sir.
I think you have a very bright future in this industry. If I go in your car right now and turn it on, who will I be hearing?
Leroy.
Leroy Simmons.
I left him
I would hear Leroy Simmons. Hey, Leroy is one of the best. He's not just
I was playing coming down in the traffic.
Yeah. Okay, so that answers the question.
Yes.
So you will hear Leroy.
I listen to various artists though. I listen to good music.
Yeah.
I listen to country as long as it's good music. I like clean music, fun music that has meaning.
Right. All right. So listen. It's my pleasure to have you on my show as my guest.
I'm honored.
Because I always believe, you encourage a talent, and with encouragement, it will give that person more vibe to do what they do. Once I saw you on that stage, I said, you know what? I even pick up your airplay on my program has picked up. Wow. And I guess that's why you're climbing the chart even more.
I see, because I was way down at the bottom, but I was okay with that because I believe in that you gotta crawl before you start walking.
If that song goes #1, what would it do for you?
It's gonna encourage me to keep going harder. It's going to encourage me to keep going harder because if this girl could go #1, listen,
the sky is the limit.
Yeah, the sky is the limit, and it's just going to make me believe a little bit more in myself that there isn't anything that I really cannot do if I put my mind to it. And with the grace of the Almighty, it's always possible.
And what sort of final word you have for people watching, especially young artists watching you right now and say, hey, if she can do it, I can do it. What's the word you have for them?
Follow your dreams, believe in yourself, regardless of any critiques or criticism. Everyone is not going to like what you put out there. Right. Everyone is not going to like you, the individual. But if you believe in you and your craft, That's all that matters.
And you never know who's gonna hear
Never
you.
know. Yep.
Who you gonna hear.
Yep.
Listen, Empress Unique, you are very unique. Thanks for taking time out to stop by Reflections.
Thank you for having me.
Yes. And that's Empress Unique. This camera over here? All right. So we gotta take a break. When we come back, gonna come back with the South Florida top 25. And you see exactly what position Unique is in. Empress Unique. You see what position she's in on the chart. So we'll take a break and we come back in a few minutes.
This is Nigel Blair from BMG Tax and Accounting Services. Whether you're a small business owner, a manager at a medium-sized corporation, or a self-employed freelancer, the team at BMG Tax and Accounting Services is here for you. We offer comprehensive bookkeeping and tax services designed to keep your finances in check. Keeping track of your finances takes a fair amount of time, energy, and patience, and you probably have a lot of other things on your plate. So don't struggle to keep up with all that number crunching and paperwork. Our bookkeeping services are designed to make your life easier so you can focus on what you do best. At BMG, we're dedicated to client satisfaction, and we're prepared to go the extra miles to earn your business and trust. We pride ourselves on attention to detail in all that we do, and we're ready to put our skills and knowledge to work for you. For more information about our services or to schedule a consultation,
Come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancer used to want, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them want, sir.
Okay, that was very good interview with the one and only Empress Unique, one of the rising stars here in South Florida. We're gonna take another break, and when we come back, we're gonna go straight into the South Florida Top 25 with TC.
Thank you, Mr. Lindsay. I'm TC Flexx, and I've just arrived to give you the countdown, which is compiled by veteran broadcaster, Mr. Clinton Lindsay. Now, here's a look at the 25 most played song here in South Florida.
Checking in at number 25 this week, it's Saving All My Love For You by King Bunton. Number 24, Easy On Me by Kirill Jacobs. Number 23 this week, Mummy by Burning Spear. Number 22 is a brand new entry on the chart by Anthony Cruz. It's Leave the Door Open. Number 21 this week, Bad For Me, Sophia Brown. Checking in at number 20, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood by Sidella Marley. Number 19, Change by Skip Marley. Number 18 this week, The Wranglin', featuring Dean Fraser, Ernie Wranglin', and Big Youth. Number 17, All Night Long by Ed Robinson. This song peak position was number 1. Number 16 this week, The Legends, You Make Me Feel Brand New by Leroy Sibbles and Marcia Griffiths. This song also spent 2 weeks at the number 1 spot. Number 15, Valley by Richie Stephens. Its peak position was number 2. Number 14 this week on the chart, Turn Up the Music by Anthony B. Number 13 this week, Queen by Nadine Sutherland. Number 12, So I Can Love You by Novelty. Number 11, Diamonds in the Sun, Tonya Stevens, Sidella Marley, and Diana King. And now, here's a synopsis of the top 10 most played song on the South Florida Top 25 Reggae Chart. After spending 6 weeks on the chart last week, this song checked in at number 13. This week, it moved 3 places up the chart to number 10. It is Minano by Shaggy on the Ranch Records label. Last week, this song registered at the number 12 spot. This week, it moved 3 places up the chart to number 9. So your number 9 song this week is Ja Is In My Corner by Black I Am with Kabaka Pyramid.
Even when the battlefield get crummy, we don't have no fear, no. We don't fear them. When the enemies surround me, Ja will be there, yeah.
After spending 8 weeks on the chart last week, it checked in at number 10, moved 2 places up the chart to number 8 this week. It's Cover Me Ja by West Rock on the 360 Global Entertainment record label.
Hard to live for judgment in this troubled world. Temptation all around us, every step of the way.
This song was number 8 last week, moved 1 place up the chart to be your number 7 song this week. It's Get Up and Dance by Al Anthony.
I see you sitting there all night with your beautiful eyes shining so bright, listening to the beat that sounds so sweet. Would you mind if I sit beside you?
After spending 13 weeks on the chart, this song peak position was number 2. Last week, it was number 2. Move 4 places down the chart to be your number 6 song this week. It's Cornerstone by the Marley Brothers on the Ghetto Youth International record label. This song has been in the chart for 8 weeks. Last week it checked in at the number 6 spot. Moved 1 place up the chart to be your number 5 song this week. It's Sweet Vibration with Empress Unique on the Working Class Music record label.
Music is a sweet vibration. It's the music right now that's healing our nation.
Last week, this song was number 5. Move 1 place up the chart to be your number 4 song on the chart. It's See You In My Arms, the remake by Kashif Lindo on the Heavy Beat Records label.
Since I went my way, all I've been seeing are some rainy days, no sunshine, and I'm not too proud to say I heard you, girl, now it's weighing heavy on my mind. Oh yeah.
This one is definitely a steady mover. It has spent 12 weeks on the chart. Last week it checked in at the number 4 spot. Moved 1 place up the chart to be your number 3 song this week. It's Import Corruption by Paul Elliott on the Stronger Productions record label.
Import corruption, corruption. Import corruption, corruption. Gonna chat with a word and food. Make the little you take my axe road.
This song was number 3 last week. This week it moved 1 place up the chart to be your number 2 song. It's Dear Mr. Government by Sugar on the Penthouse record label.
Hello, Mr. Government. This is a call from the ghetto. Please don't forget say poor people elect you. Things down here is not so great, but we are try hold the faith with empty plates.
And now, Here's your number one song for this week on the South Florida's Top 25 Reggae Chart Countdown. After spending 12 weeks on the chart, last week this song checked in at number 1, making it the third consecutive week your number 1. It is Hezron with TikTok, I'm Coming on the Todd's Record label.
Ticking on the wall, so does the heartbeat of humans. There you have it for the third consecutive week in a row. TikTok, I'm Coming by Hezron. Congratulations, my brother. You have done it. Tick-tock, tick-tock. It's your number one song this week on the South Florida Top 25 Most Played Song on the chart, which is compiled by veteran broadcaster Mr. Clinton Lindsay. Hey, stick and stay. I'll be right back to count down the top 30 Foundation Radio Network Reggae Chart. Hey, I'm back. Count down the Foundation Radio Network top 30 most played song in all the boroughs of New York City. This countdown is compiled by veteran broadcaster Mr. Clinton Lindsay. Now, here's a look at 30 of the most played songs in New York.
Coming in at number 30 this week on the chart, it's Queen by Nadine Sutherland. Number 29. This song has spent 2 weeks at the number 1 spot. It's checked in at number 29 this week. It's Mommy by Burning Spear. Number 28. Heal and Blaze, Andrew Bees. Number 27. Trouble on the Dance Floor, Rock River. Coming in at number 26 this week, Saving All My Love for You, King Bonton. Number 25 on the chart. Next to Me, Bushman. Number 24. So I Can Love You by Novelty. Number 23 this week, The Wranglin featuring Dean Fraser with Ernie Wranglin and Big Youth. Number 22, My Mission Is Possible, Tosh. Number 21, When You Love by Lukie D. Number 20, Don't Let Go by Jinja. Number 19 this week on the chart, Attention Seeker by Bunny Lai Lai. Checking in at number 18, Diamonds in the Sun, Tanya Stevens, Cedella Marley, and Diana King. Number 17, Bad For Me by Sophia Brown. And coming in at number 16, All Night Long by Ed Robinson. This song, peak position, was number 2. Number 15 this week, It Is No Secret, Derek Scott. Checking in at number 14 on the chart this week, Don't Let Me Be Misunderstood by Cedella Marley. Number 13, She's Taken Already by Philip Fraser with Scaramouche. Number 12, Baby Don't Do It, No I Know by Glenn Washington. Number 11, I'm Happy by Mary Isaac. Now, here's a synopsis of the top 10 songs on the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Reggae Chart. After spending 12 weeks on the chart last week, this song checked in at number 10. This week, it is number 10. It's Forever Young by Timmy Love on the Boot Camp record label.
Let's dance in style, let's dance for a while. Heaven can wait, we're only watching the skies. Hoping for the best, but expecting the worst. Are you gonna drop the bomb or not?
This song has held the number 1 spot for 5 consecutive weeks. Last week it checked in at number 6, moved 3 places. Down the chart to number 9 this week, it's Valley by Richard Stevens on the Boom Rich Productions record label.
Valleys will teach you lessons that hilltop knows nothing about. Lay there and listen carefully. You know who wanna get you out. You know your friends them when you're caught up in adversity. Catholic college where your knowledge grew extensively. Cause in a school we never learned physiology. Said that the heart of the dirtiest part of the body.
This next song, peak position on the chart, was number 3. Last week it checked in at number 8. Still hold the number 8 spot this week. It's You Make Me Feel, brand new by Leroy Sibbles and Marcia Griffiths on the Bright Beams record label.
This song is for you. Filled with gratitude and love. God bless you. You make me feel brand new. 'Cause God bless me with you.
Here's one to watch. It has spent 7 weeks on the chart. Last week it checked in at number 9, moved 2 places up the chart to number 7 this week. It's My Brethren, Make It Easy on Yourself by Donna V on the V-Pal Music record label.
Fighting your brothers every day. That's me. No sense at all.
Here's a steady mover. This song checked in at the number 7 spot last week. This week it moved 1 place up the chart to number 6 this week. It's Turn Up the Music by Anthony B on the Massive B record label.
So turn it up, my selector, not turn down the sound. Turn up the music. Turn up the music. To all the dance all nice, me have to skip another round. Turn up the music. Turn up the music.
After spending 13 weeks on the chart, its peak position was number 3 last week. It moved 2 places down the chart to number 5 this week. It's Ja Is In My Corner by Black I Am with Kabaka Pyramid on the Ghetto Youth International record label.
Even when the battlefield get crummy, we don't have no fear, no. We don't fear them when the enemies surround me. Jah will be there, yeah. Babylon get rowdy and them play unfair. Oh, oh, oh. Babylon not try dribble around me. Jah will be there. Jah is in my corner.
After spending 2 weeks at the number one spot last week, this song was your number one. Simply mean it has moved 3 places down the chart to number 4 this week. It's Cornerstone by the Marley Brothers on the Ghetto Youth International record label. From the moment this song has been imported to the chart, it has been a steady mover. It has spent 10 weeks on the chart. Last week it checked in at number 4. This week it moved 1 place up the chart to number 3. It's Import Corruption by Paul Elliott on the Stronger Productions record label.
Corruption, corruption. Corruption, corruption. Couldn't stop it, more than food. Make the little youth get my axe road.
This one is leaping. This one is moving. This one is a goner. After spending 8 weeks on the chart, last week this song checked in at number 5. Moved 3 places up the chart to number 2 this week. It's Minano by Shaggy on the Ranch Records label. And now, here's this week number 1 on the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Reggae Chart. After spending 14 weeks on the chart, this song checked in at number 2 last week. Move it way up 1 place to be your number 1 song this week on the Foundation Radio Top 30 Music Countdown. It's Sugar with Dear Mr. Government on the Penthouse record label.
Sometimes we have to talk for those who can. Remember, Mr. Man? Listen to the message, but don't shoot the messenger.
Argument done.
Hello, Mr. Government. This is a call from the ghetto. Please don't forget, say poor people elect you. Things down here is not so great, but we are trying to hold their faith with empty plates. Hungry and stress is a bad combination. Minimum wage can't quench starvation. How we survive is a miracle. Nothing not changed since we fought for you. Oh, Lord.
There you have it, a brand new number 1 this week on the Foundation Radio Network Top 30 Reggae Chart Countdown, which is compiled by veteran broadcaster Mr. Clinton Lindsay there in studios. Now, hold on. Can Sugar hold the number 1 spot? The only way to find out is to keep requesting, keep downloading, keep streaming. This song by Sugar, Dear Mr. Government, our courtesy of Penthouse Records. Ladies and gentlemen, don't forget you can watch Reflection live every Wednesday between 5 and 6 right here on FlexFM.online and Clinton Lindsay Official on YouTube. Now, the only way we can find out if Sugar can hold this is to keep watching. So, you keep watching while we keep reflecting. Congratulations, Sugar. You're number 1.
Okay, thank you, TC, and again, congratulations to Sugar for her first #1 in many years, and also to producer Donovan Germain and the Penthouse record label. Want to thank our special guest, Empress Uni, for passing through. And I'm telling you guys, she has a bright future, so keep your eyes out on her. Empress Unique from right here in Florida. That's it for Reflections for this week. I'll be back with you next week with another special guest and more good times, you know. Until next week, you take care of yourself. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. And remember now, be careful out there. Be very, very careful. If you drink, don't drive. If you drive, don't drink. Until then, you take care. Bye-bye.
Come make me tell you about the things them way I want, sir. Back in the days when the dancer used to want, sir. When Clinton Lindsay used to bust them, make them want, sir. Whole heap of artists Clinton bring come up America. Some never know say Clinton Lindsay a promoter. Bring up the biggest set the artists from Jamaica. Like Super Cat and Mr. Early be the doctor. Whole heap of artists over them me can't remember. Who can remember when them used to